Teachers would often say to me, when they call me to ask me to come in and speak with their classes, they'd say, "Oh, I don't know anything about Aboriginal people. I didn't grow up near a reserve. I didn't have any Aboriginal friends. I don't know anything about Aboriginal people." And this refrain became quite familiar. Teachers quite often seem to want to tell me that they didn't know anything, and position themselves in this way of saying, I don't know anything, and that has, Aboriginal issues, that's between Aboriginal people and the government. It doesn't have anything to do with me. And there seemed to almost be this kind of urgency that I understand and appreciate that this had nothing to do with them. And this became such a familiar refrain from teachers that I had to do some thinking about this and thinking about, well, what is this and why is there this desire to position the self as distant from Aboriginal people? And I came to recognize this positioning as, and I named it the position of the perfect stranger. This position of perfect stranger allows teachers and actually all Canadians to be off the hook when it comes to thinking about Aboriginal issues, thinking about Aboriginal people, or the relationship between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people. There was a desire to distance themselves from the issues and to say, this has nothing to do with me. I find it a very useful term to be able to talk about that desire to be off the hook. If teachers have this desire to be the perfect stranger, then how do I disrupt that positioning? How do I engage teachers in learning experiences that will allow them to see the ways in which they are in fact in relationship with Aboriginal people? Approach that I have is really asking teachers to investigate the biography of their relationship. And I've come to understand the significance of this in doing and accomplishing decolonizing education, to have teachers think about, what do I know about Aboriginal people, and importantly, what informs my knowing? Where did this knowledge that I have about Aboriginal people come from? So in many of my workshops and courses and talks with teachers, I start with an images exercise, and I lay out on a table just a range of images of Aboriginal people, and then I invite participants to choose an image and write about what's their connection to that image. And what this exercise does is it allows people to just begin to think about what's my connection with Aboriginal people. There's such a range of discourses that circulate that inform Canadians' understanding of Aboriginal people. And it really just takes a few minutes for people to look at these images and choose something and write about it. The images exercise is a way to start involving teachers in thinking about the biography of their relationship. So we start with those images, and people start to talk to each other about the stories that they've heard. Maybe they remember passing a sign on their way to the cottage, this is Mohawk territory, or this is an Indian reserve. And then they start to think about, what do they know, what do they not know, and what informs their knowing. And so that's the project of the investigating the biography of relationship. That is a way to engage teachers in thinking about and beginning to question, well, if I'm not a perfect stranger, then what do I know, and what's the significance of what I know, and what do I need to know?